Welcome Pokemon Go trainers, welcome back to the channel. So in this video I am sharing some team recommendation for the Open Great League, as the rotation will be changed in few hours and all the leagues will be available. So I am recommending a Great League team. So do watch the video till end, and if you haven't subscribed the channel, please subscribe it. So the very first team is Alolan Sandslash, Drifloon and Cresselia. So looking at this team, we are weak to fighting type, fire type and ground water type in the lead. So back to Pokemon can cover those weaknesses very well, as Drifloon being ghost typing covers fighting weaknesses and Cresselia being pure psychic type covers fighting weaknesses very well. Drifloon and Cresselia can handle those water typing and also the ground typing, as Cresselia is running Grass Knot. The Shadow Ball Icy Wind combination is very good on the Drifloon. So basically all three Pokemon are covering each other weaknesses very well. So the moveset on Alolan Sandslash is Shadow Claw, Drill Run and Ice Punch. You can run Powder Snow as a fast move because Shadow Claw is a legacy move. If you don't have it, you have to use an Elite Fast TM. On the Drifloon, the moveset will be Astonish, Icy Wind and the Shadow Ball. And on the Cresselia, it's Psycho Cut, Grass Knot and the Future Sight. Future Sight, I would recommend to run Future Sight instead of Moonblast because there are a lot of Clodsire running, and also the Toxapex, which takes super effective with those psychic move. And with the Future Sight, you can handle the core breaker of the team, which is Talonflame. Yes, Talonflame is kind of a core breaker which can handle all three Pokemon, and once it keep getting boost, then it becomes deadly to handle. So let's move towards the next team. So the next team is Superior, Morpeko and the Fraligator. So Superior is extremely weak to ice typing, fire typing and the flying type. So back to Pokemon are covering the weaknesses very well. Morpeko being electric dark typing Pokemon with those Aura Will boost, it becomes one of the deadly safe switch, and Fraligator with the Shadow Claw, Ice Beam and Hydro Cannon can spam out those charge move very quick. And Morpeko is basically weak to ground typing, so Superior is just a hard wall to it. And also the Fraligator can handle those mud boys very well because Hydro Cannon hits very hard, especially from the Shadow one. I recommend to run Shadow because it hits very hard. You can run normal as well, but the damage output won't be that much. Talking about the moveset, on the Superior we are running Vine Whip, Frenzy Plant and the Irrelease. On the Morpeko, Thundershock, Aura will definitely, and I would recommend to run a Seed Bomb just for a surprise. If you are stuck against a ground typing or maybe a mud boy, you can one shot them with a surprise Seed Bomb, as most of the trainer expect that Morpeko is on Auraville and the Psychic Fang. So for the Shadow Fraligator, it should be a Shadow Claw, Ice Beam and the Hydro Cannon. So this team looks very balanced. Guzzlord is kind of a core breaker to this team until and unless you can land an Ice Beam with the Shadow Fraligator, it can one shot. So moving towards the next team, it's Annihilate, Dewgong and the Drapion. In this team, you can see good safe switch of Dewgong and the Drapion. Dewgong has been safe switch since a many season. So Dewgong with the Ice Shard, Icy Wind gets very annoying. It can grab those shield or maybe it will gain a switch advantage. And Drapion with the spamminess, it can spam out those charge move very quick thanks to the Poison Sting, and it is also covering the Annihilate weakness, as Annihilate is weak to flying type, fairy type and the ghost typing. So Dewgong can handle those flying type, Drapion can handle those fairy typing and the ghost typing because of Crunch and the Poison Sting as a fast move. It spam out those charge move very easily. You can spam out a bait move which is Aqua Tail. So the move set on the Annihilate will be the counter, Rage Fist and the close combat. Rage Fist is going to continuously boost every time you throw it, making the counter damage output even more once you throw it. And on the Dewgong, it should be Ice Shard, Icy Wind and the Drill Run. Icy Wind guarantee debuff of the opponent attack, so it becomes very annoying. You have to switch out to clear the debuff. And from the Drapion, it should be a Poison Sting, Crunch and the Aqua Tail. You can also run Sludge Bomb instead of Aqua Tail, but if you keep Crunch and Sludge Bomb combination, you don't have any bait move which is Aqua Tail. So moving towards the next team is Quagsire, a very good safe switch, Sableye and the Toxapex at the back, a very good closer, bulky Pokemon. So as we are leading with a Mud Boy in the lead, So we are extremely weak to grass typing. There are so many superior around, and also the Jumpluff which one shots the Quagsire with the grass move. But the Toxapex can handle those grass typing very easily with those poison jab and the sludge wave combination. It is just going to one shot if they are not going to shield, or maybe it will take most of the health. And Sableye with Shadow Claw, return and foul play combination hits very hard, especially if you land a return. It does a lot of damage, but don't throw return on the ghost typing Pokemon because return is a normal typing move, so it won't be doing anything. Instead, for the normal typing, you should be going for the foul play. So the moveset on the Quagsire should be Mud Shot, Aqua Tail. It's a legacy move. You can go for Mud Bomb as well and the Stone Age. For the Sableye, it should be Shadow Claw, Return and the foul play. And for the Toxapex, it should be Poison Jab, Brine and the Sludge Wave. So this team is very bulky in the lead and as a closer as well. But the Sableye is bit fragile, but not to worry. Even if it is not very bulky Pokemon, but it hits very hard, it can do a lot of damage to the opponent Pokemon. So overall, this team looks very balanced. So moving towards the next team, let's see what the next team is. So next team is ABB line, which is Annihilate and Double Normal. The normal typing Pokemons are Diggersby and the Wigglytuff. Annihilate with Rage Fist and counter combination is very busted. Once it gets boost and with up shields, it can handle any Pokemon, even a Azumarill. And back Pokemon are very bulky, so I don't think it requires shields until and unless you are just doing farm down with the Wigglytuff. Some trainer try to do farm down with the charm damage and keep two shields for the Wigglytuff so that they can win by just tapping the screen. So this team also works exactly the same. So you have to make your shield decision accurately. You have to bait out something which can core break this team. For an example, Azumarill or maybe a Talonflame. So if this threat is out of the way, then back to Pokemon or maybe Annihilate and another normal typing Pokemon can handle the situation very well. So the moveset on Annihilate will be definitely counter, Rage Fist and the close combat. For the Diggersby, it should be quick attack, fire punch and the earthquake. For the Wigglytuff, it should be charm, icy wind and the disarming voice. Some trainer run swift as well. Swift is also a good move. It doesn't cost that much energy to reach it. So this is very good ABB style team. Until and unless you see an Azumarill or the Talonflame, this team can work very well. So moving towards the next team, which is Superior, Dunsparce and the Goodra. So basically all three Pokemon are very bulky and we are extremely weak to flying type and the fire type in the lead. So back to Pokemon can cover those weaknesses very well, as Dunsparce runs rollout, which is super effective on the fire typing and also on the flying typing as well. And Goodra with those Dragon Breath, Aqua Tail and the Thunder Punch for the flying typers and Aqua Tail for those fire typing. It can handle both the typing very well, and the Dragon Breath in neutral scenarios does add up because it puts a lot of pressure on the health. Alolan Sand Slash can be a problematic for this team because Superior take super effective with those ice move, and also our backline, which is Goodra, also takes super effective damage with those ice move. But Dunsparce can be a neutral. We have a drill run to fire off, but depending on the scenario, if we get switch lock with someone else, then we are screwed. So the moveset on Superior will be Vine Whip, Frenzy Plant and the Irrelease. For the Dunsparce, it should be Rollout, Rock Slide and the Drill Run. And for the Goodra, it should be Dragon Breath, Thunder Punch and the Aqua Tail. So this team is very bulky. You can take time to make your shield decision because none of the charge move are going to one shot until and unless your opponent is mad and running some kind of a crazy move set. So let's move towards the next team. It's Toxapex Double Fighter. So Toxapex in the lead and we have Annihilate and the Primeape. So this is also an ABB style team. So in this team we have to bait out our weakness for the backline, which is fairy typing, especially the Azumarill or maybe a Wigglytuff. We can bait it out with the Annihilate because I have seen Annihilate can win the switch if we double shield and continuously boost our attack with the Rage Fist, and if opponent doesn't shield properly, and it can help you gain a switch advantage or maybe a shield advantage, which will be useful for the backline. Later we can align our Pokemon and win the difficult matchups. So the moveset on the Toxapex should be Poison Jab, Brine, and the Sludge Wave. On the Annihilate, it should be Counter, Rage Fist, and the Close Combat. For the Primeape, you can run Karate Chop, which need Elite Fast TM, Rage Fist, it's also Legacy move, and the Close Combat. You can use a Cross Chop as well. Cross Chop is less energy generation move, and also it doesn't debuff the attack as the Close Combat does. But if you love to nuke your opponent, definitely you should be going for the Close Combat. But with this team, you have to continuously bait out the weakness for the backline. Otherwise, this team is not going to work and you will be straight away stuck in a RPS matchup where there is a no win con and it's a straight away loss. So let's move towards the final team. Let's see what the final team is. So the final team for the Open Great League is Tinkaton, Fraligator, and the Jellicent. So Tinkaton is basically Steel and Fairy typing, extremely weak to Fire and Ground typing moveset. So backline is covering that weaknesses as we have a Water type for the backline. So it can handle those Ground typing and the Fire typing very well. So to obtain Tinkaton, it's not very easy. Either you can obtain it from the paid research or else you need to hatch those 7-kilometer egg, and after that still if you want a PvP IV you need to trade it with your friend with a lower friendship level so that you can get low attack high defense stats. So it's kind of a tricky and difficult to obtain. So on the Tinkaton it should be Fairy Wind, Heavy Slam, and the Play Rough. The Fraligator it should be Shadow Claw, Hydro Cannon, and the Ice Beam. For the Jellicent it should be Hex, Shadow Ball, and the Surf. All three Pokemon are top meta on PvPoke ranking. So if you have Tinkaton with a very good PvP IV, you can combine it with these two water typing Pokemon to handle those weaknesses very well. So that's all I had to share with you guys in the Open Great League format. So this team you can use it and it will definitely give you a good result, and let me know in the comment section which team are you going to use it. So hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you do, please don't forget to leave a like, and if you are new to the channel, please subscribe it to support me. I'll catch you all in the next video. Maybe next video will be for the Ultra League top teams. So I'll catch you all in the next video. Till the time, take care trainers. Have a good day. Bye.